Well, hello there, my darlings. This morning as I was writing out my affirmations like I do every single morning, there was one that was really, really resonating with me. It was every time I looked at the page, it just popped off the page. It was just continually in my face. And I felt like that was really calling me to do a video today and share that one with all of you because I feel like it's a really, really valuable one. Lately, I've been talking a lot about abundance, and I've been sharing with you how things tend to just fall in your lap when you have a positive mindset and you focus on creating abundance with positive affirmation and visualizing what you want. But this affirmation goes like this: I appreciate and honor all of the valuable assets and resources that are available to me right now. And so typically we kind of just, if we're feeling a bit helpless, we tend to just feel overwhelmed. And the trouble with being in that state is that a fearful, helpless mind has trouble being creative, has trouble problem solving. You step into a survival mode, and your focus is just on keeping your feet on the ground. It's hard for you to examine the big picture and come up with solution-based reactions to a problem. So the trick is to keep the mind calm and not allow fear and anxiety to overwhelm. And now that's easier said than done. So using this affirmation, the one where we talk about honoring our assets and resources that are available to us right now, can be challenging, especially if we're already kind of in a bad spot. But it's really good to just take some time to calm yourself and just really think about what you have available to you at this moment. I'm fortunate being the mother of 10 children. I have plenty of people for resources. So say I get up in the morning and my house is a disaster. We've been lazy the night before. We had a pizza night and movies, and we did nothing before we went to bed. We just threw everything down and off we went. Well, I can start delegating and issuing commands, and I can get my house ship-shape in no time at all. Or I can allow them to be lazy and lay on the couch and stay in their beds and look at their phones, and I can run around feeling frenzied and overwhelmed. I can't possibly do all of this. Well, of course, no, you can't. You didn't create all of this. So why should you be responsible for cleaning all of it, right? If you created that home situation as a family, then the family should dig themselves out of that situation as a group. But I wanted to share one specific example with you from a couple of years ago. My husband and I own a business, and our daughter is an owner as well. And we were kind of in a stagnation period where things just weren't growing, and we were frustrated, and we just weren't sure how to kind of get the juice back in our business again. And so one day as I was laying in bed, I remembered this pattern that I had designed a long time ago. It's a quilting pattern for creating blankets. And I thought about putting this pattern up for sale. I could finally put this pattern into reality because it was one of my favorite designs and I really liked it. And I'd gotten a lot of compliments when I shared it on social media, so I thought people will really like this idea. But if you just throw a pattern up on your website for, $5 to $8 and hope that maybe 100 people might buy it, the boom from that product isn't incredibly fulfilling. Plus, physical product fulfillment is exhausting if you've ever been in that sort of business. But I digress. Let's get back to the creativity of that idea. So I thought, what if I took this pattern and invited quilters to join a private community that I formed on Facebook? What if I started this private group and I could release the pattern a little bit at a time, and we could work together from our sewing rooms without having to leave home and drag our sewing machines out, and we could just have this fun online quiltathon without having to leave the home. As quilters love participating in events with others. They're very sociable people typically, but dragging all your shit somewhere is never fun. So the idea of running this from our very own sewing rooms I thought might be really cool. So I put together this idea where I would it was going to be a mystery, and each day I would release a little bit of instructions for them, and they would do so many of that bit each day, and then the next day we would do something new, or maybe I would show them a different way to do that same technique, because not everybody gets it done the first day, so maybe they'll leave it for the weekend and catch up then, and if you show them a different technique, then they can try either way. But it was really an interesting thing to try and create because I'd never done anything like that before. And so we put it out there, and we emailed our newsletter list, and we posted it on social media, and it got a couple of signups right away, and then it blew up. It just went crazy. And, we sold it for whatever price. I can't remember. It wasn't cheap, but it was maybe around $50 or something like that. But we got, I think it was like 150 people in that first round, and they were so excited to join into this online quiltathon and make new friends and be in a private group and make something that they didn't know what it was about. Mystery quilts are really, really popular. And so now we have taken that idea and applied it several different times. Each time we do a new pattern, or maybe resurrecting an old video series and starting something new with that. But that was a way to take something that already existed, that required very little effort on my part, but I was able to turn it into something that was actually pretty big. And once it ran once, then all those quilters told their friends about it. And so then we were able to run it again and again and again. And something like that usually peters out after a bit. But the fact that we were able to run that 4 times and still get a good turnout was pretty awesome. And again, it was from resources that I already had. I barely had to do much to really make that into a profitable idea. So my message for today, what I would love for you to do is to add that affirmation to your morning. If you're already doing affirmations, then I'm gonna say it for you one more time, and I'll also put it in the description. But I appreciate and honor all the valuable assets and resources that are available to me right now. Okay, so make an effort to start looking at things differently. Make an effort to start looking at things in a new way, from a new perspective, but always try to calm your mind first, okay? Maybe do something you really enjoy, or take a moment of quiet meditation and visualize something that was really a joyous moment in your life, and just get yourself into a really good place. And then start approaching your problem and think about how you can maybe approach it in different ways, or try to see it from somebody else's perspective without your emotions attached to it. And hopefully that can give you some space from the problem to start becoming creative with it and start thinking abundantly about it. All right? So don't forget to add that affirmation to your morning routine. And if you have had some luck with this, I would love for you to leave me a comment and tell me all about it. All right? So much love to you, my darlings. Have a wonderful day.